Floralove Katz. On today's show, we're going to meet with a local couple I married recently, with Springs Florist and The Grange, and conclude with do's and don'ts and pay it forward. Please enjoy the show. Welcome back to We Talk Weddings. I'm Floralove Katz, and today I have the pleasure and the joy of welcoming as my guests Emma Janssen and Janssen-Zhuang. I have the privilege of officiating your wedding on Saturday, July 21st. It's coming up very soon. 4 weeks from now.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
How are you guys advancing with your plans?
We're doing okay. It's a little bit hard with this one because he's not quite the best planner, but yeah, it's going well.
I don't know, like, if any guys are really that big on every detail of the wedding, you know.
Not every detail.
Yeah, I'm just not a very detail-oriented person.
Well, you shouldn't say that because, as I recall, you're finishing a PhD very soon, which makes you into environmental engineering.
Yeah, you should talk to my supervisor. You can say I'm not a detail-oriented person.
Well, when it comes to wedding planning, though, you two have the good fortune of being married very soon at the very home, The Grange, which was built by your grandparents, log by log, and in the very same room where your parents, Emma, were married, what, 21 years ago?
31 years ago.
31 years ago.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of family history. Tell us a little bit about the venue.
It's just, it's a really meaningful venue to me, and it was just really important for the ceremony, especially for us to have it there, because that room has so much meaning. And
Steeped in Canadian history.
Yeah, and my grandparents, I know, will be there, and my parents got married there, so it's just so important to me especially. Yeah.
It's very beautiful. It's a beautiful venue. We had a couple on the show, Trevor and Heather, who also married at The Grange.
Oh, really?
Last October. So the beauty of the setting is second to none in Ottawa.
Yeah.
There are many beautiful sites in Ottawa, many beautiful venues. And Kai, members of your family are traveling from China to be here.
No, we're actually going to fly to China after to meet most of our family.
But are your parents not coming?
My parents are in China. They're here.
They're here.
Yeah, my mom's in Vancouver, my dad's in Toronto right now.
So
they're just going to fly down, right? And then afterward, we're going to actually go to China, go to Beijing, where I was born, and to meet most of my grandparents, uncle, aunts, and then we'll travel to the southern China to a place called Sanya, which is kind of a resorty.
It's the Hawaiian, the Asian Hawaii.
That's what
Have you been there?
No.
Beautiful. And in developing your ceremony together, we tried to build in some intercultural components. Tell us about the double happiness, the symbol of that.
Sure. The double happiness sign symbol is a Chinese character. Yeah, it's a character in Chinese that's used specifically for weddings. So it's basically a composite of two happiness symbols. Right? So that's the double happiness that make a single letter. So you kind of think of happiness of two families joining one, and it's basically everybody in China look at that symbol knows you're getting married.
So we've made that a big part of our wedding.
Yeah, so we have a little stamp that's on our invitation, and we have a few banners that have that.
Well, many of the viewers who write to me for advice regarding weddings, relationships, and marriage ask about symbols, which are very important to us throughout the course of our lives. And of course, in the continuity of the life cycle and in the circle of events, notably the marriage ceremony, which is maybe in a sense the happiness of all the life cycle events aside from the birth of a child, symbols play a very important role, don't they? One of the things that I'm always intrigued with in the interfaith marriages that I perform are the beautiful symmetries that are associated with different faiths and traditions and religion. For example, the 7 steps of the Septapadi in the Indian wedding and the 7 circles that a Jewish bride and groom perform around each other. What else else about the Grange are you going to incorporate to reflect your family's traditions and histories and weave them together with Kai's?
Oh gosh.
Aside from the double happiness.
That's a hard question.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think the natural beauty of the Grange and the river and the old wood of the Grange, that's a large part.
And it's the boat.
Yeah, and we're going to be doing boat rides.
Oh,
So on the river.
Because the Grange is right on the river, right? So
Yeah.
how many guests will you have?
About 100.
That's a lovely number too.
Yeah.
That's a nice intimate number, it's big enough that you feel like you're having a real party, and small enough that you actually get to mix and mingle and circulate amongst them. And tell us how you actually met.
okay, so
Yeah, slightly different story.
So we met at the gym, the Hart House in University of Toronto when we were both going to University of
Pumping
Toronto.
weights.
Yeah, and
I was drinking at the water fountain.
yeah, she was drinking at the water fountain, and that's also the point that I saw her earlier than that. But in any case, she thought I would talk to her because we had common friends, and that's the main reason I talked to her. But I just thought as a cute girl, I just used the common friend thing as a kind of an entry point kind of thing, right?
Well, in your letter to me, what I found so compelling was the bond of symmetry and sympathy that exists between you. And the way you, Emma, said that Kai makes you a better version of yourself, that he
Yeah.
lifts you up.
That's really true, yeah. I think that we complement each other a lot, and we find each other's flaws a lot, and I think that a lot of what he has, I don't have, and he really helps to
And it's
lift
the
me up.
same vice versa.
Yeah.
And I think it's, there's the saying that you can't see the log in your own eye kind of thing. And,
Yeah.
and it's really like your partner, Emma, for me, reflects those flaws that I have. So I get a chance of addressing them also to heal in a way, right? And I think that's what really binds you together.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're always growing together and always getting better.
That's a beautiful thing that you both just said, because many couples say, you know, I want to thank you, Kai, and you, Emma, for coming onto the show today. It's been very exciting for me to be with you today and again on the 21st of July.
Yeah.
So
we're looking forward to it.
it will be a very special wedding with a lot of mutual family histories together. And so I want to invite all of you, our viewers, to keep sending us your fabulous questions about weddings, about marriage, about relationships. There's certainly a lot to learn from our couples, and write to us if